Free NFL picks. This is action here for Sunday, November the 26th. Tony T with our NFL pick show here for Sunday's action. Features all 11 games. Before we get into just a couple things, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free NFL picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel with a like, a thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. Then visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site promoting the top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to long-term passes. Top performers of the year like Joseph Schultz, Hollywood Sam, Chauncey, great year so far. Daniel Walshchuk, last 3 days has been on fire. Sam up there as well. Mindy, Han, and Tiffany, the sisters are on fire last 7 days. Nick Vartini, Ron Crawford, a solid day. Ramon off to a really good day here on Saturday. Nasty Sports, our newest capper, come in with a nice day on Saturday. Click the links, get signed up to our long-term passes. You'll find our latest premium picks here, center of the page. Find the tabs with our best bets. We also have our $15 promotional item up there. Each capper can designate one player from their card as a $15 premium pick to introduce their service to new and existing customers. Multi-packs offer great value as well, as do the props. Now remember, on the one-day passes, an individual plays, they are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Also, you may purchase our plays a la carte from the pick ticker there with team versus team information. And you can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love hearing from you guys. You can post your picks in the comments. We're looking for cappers. Apply on that home page. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this one started. Saints and Falcons NFL pick, this one here on Sunday. New Orleans starters on offense are healthy. A corner is out on defense. Atlanta receiver Matt Collins out with their defensive starters healthy. New Orleans fell to 5-5 with that 27-19 road defeat to Minnesota. Saints rushed for just 65 yards on 15 carries, allowed 125 yards rushing to the Vikings with 263 yards passing on 34 attempts. New Orleans had a -2 turnover margin. Derek Carr will play. He's coming out of concussion protocol. He did complete 13 of 18 passes for 110 yards with 6 yards per pass attempt. Jameis Winston is the backup. Atlanta fell to 4-6, a 25-23 road defeat in Arizona. Falcons rushed for 184 yards on 41 carries. They allowed 122 yards rushing to the Cardinals with 230 passing yards on 32 attempts. Desmond Ridder will start on Sunday. Heineke dealing with a hamstring injury. Ridder is completing 65% of his passes with 7.1 yards per pass attempt. 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Both teams are coming off the bye. Carr has been cleared to play, as we said. New Orleans has struggled inside division, offensively averaging just 14 points and 269 yards a game. Atlanta has defended well at home, holding teams to 274 yards a game and a perfect 2-0 straight up and to the spread in the division. Carr, 3-14 to the spread as a road favorite. Play here Atlanta, plus 1.5. Steelers and Bengals NFL pick, this one here on Sunday. Pittsburgh starters on offense are healthy. On defense, their nose tackle and free safety are out. Cincinnati quarterback Burrow and receiver Higgins are out. On defensive corners, out with 2 linebackers questionable. Pittsburgh drops to 6-4 with their 13-10 road defeat to Cleveland. Steelers are rushed for 172 yards on 26 carries. They held the Browns to 3.2 yards per rush with 163 yards passing on 43 attempts. Kenny Pickett hit 15 of 28 passes for 106 yards and 3.8 yards per pass attempt. Cincinnati fell to 5-5 with their 34-20 road defeat to Baltimore. Bengals rushed for 136 yards on 23 carries. They allowed 157 yards rushing to the Ravens with 248 yards passing on 26 attempts. Joe Burrow is out for the year. Jake Browning in relief last week, 8 of 14 passes for 68 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 4.9 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 40 yards. Steelers are averaging just under 16 points a game on the road. They've gone under in all 4 of those games. The Bengals offense has struggled in divisional games, averaging just 232 yards a game, and now a backup's under center. Bad weather is also forecasted. Play here Pittsburgh and Cincinnati under 36.5. Jaguars and Texans NFL pick, this one here on Sunday. Jacksonville receiver Zay Jones is questionable. On defense, an end is questionable and a corner is out. Houston running back Pierce questionable and receiver Brown out. On defense, their middle linebacker is suspended. Jacksonville improved to 7-3 with their 34-14 home victory to Tennessee. The Jaguars rushed for 128 yards on 36 carries. They allowed 92 rushing yards to the Titans with 143 yards passing on 17 attempts. Trevor Lawrence completed 24 of 32 passes for 262 yards with 2 touchdowns. He averaged 8.2 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 2 touchdowns. Houston 6-4 with their 21-16 home victory to Arizona. The Texans rushed for 111 yards on 25 attempts. They allowed 123 yards rushing to the Cardinals with 186 yards passing on 30 attempts. C.J. Stroud completed 27 of 37 passes for 336 yards with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He averaged 9.1 yards per pass attempt. Texans have won 4 of 5 at home by holding teams at 20 points a game. Houston is 5th in total offense, getting efficient play in their passing game. The Jaguars give up a lot of passing yards, and they do allow big plays. Play here, Houston plus 1.5. Panthers and Titans, NFL pick this one here on Sunday. Carolina tight end Hurst is out. On defensive corner is out, and a linebacker questionable. Titans receiver Traylon Burks is out, as is their right tackle. Their defensive starters are healthy. Carolina fell to 1-9 with their 33-10 home defeat to the Dallas Cowboys. Panthers a rush for 110 yards on 23 carries. They allowed 107 yards rushing to the Cowboys with 204 passing yards on 41 attempts. Carolina had a -2 turnover margin. Bryce Young completed 16 of 29 passes for 129 yards with a touchdown and interception. He's averaged a season low 4.2 yards per pass attempt. Tennessee drops to 3-7 with their 34-14 road defeat to Jacksonville. Titans rushed for 92 yards on 19 carries. They allowed 128 yards rushing to the Jaguars with 261 yards passing on 32 attempts. Tennessee had a -2 turnover margin. Will Levis, 13 of 17 passes for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 9.3 yards per pass attempt. Carolina defense in their past 3 games holding teams at 268 yards a game. Titans offense in poor form as in their past 3 games, averaging 12 points and 261 yards a game. In this period, Tennessee defensively allowing 25 points per game along with 352 yards. Tennessee's pass defense poor, allowing 69% completions and giving up big plays downfield. Play here, Carolina plus 3.5. Buccaneers and Colts, NFL pick this one here on Sunday. Tampa Bay running back Rachaad White is questionable. On defense, a linebacker and corner are out. A defensive end, linebacker, and quarterback are questionable. Indianapolis center is out, and on defense, a corner is out. Tampa Bay fell to 4-6 with their 27-14 road defeat to San Francisco. The Buccaneers rushed for 66 yards on 18 carries. They allowed 115 yards rushing to the 49ers with 305 yards passing on 25 attempts. Tampa Bay had a -2 turnover margin. Baker Mayfield completed 29 of 45 passes for 246 yards with a touchdown and interception. He averaged 5.5 yards per pass attempt. Indianapolis is 5-5 after their 10-6 road win at New England. Colts rushed for 70 yards on 26 carries. In Germany, they allowed 167 yards rushing to the Patriots with 173 passing yards on 27 attempts. Gardner Minshew, 18 of 28 passes for 194 yards with an interception. He averaged 6.9 yards per pass attempt. Tampa Bay defensive injuries are a massive concern here. Baker Mayfield not getting any help from a run game that ranks last with 3.1 yards a carry. On the road, the Buccaneers are giving up 381 yards a game, plus they're banged up. Minshew 10-4 straight up and to the spread as a favorite. Colts off the bye and coming off back-to-back wins. Player Indianapolis set -2.5. Patriots and the Giants, NFL pick this one here on Sunday. New England receiver Parker is questionable, as is their left tackle. On defense, an end, linebacker, and corner are out. New York receiver Darius Slayton is doubtful, and their right tackle is out. On defense, their nose tackle is doubtful. New England fell to 2-8 with their 10-6 neutral site defeat to Indianapolis in Germany. Patriots rushed for 167 yards on 36 carries. They held the Colts at 2.7 yards per rush with 194 yards passing on 28 attempts. Mac Jones hit 15 of 20 for 170 yards and an interception. He averaged 8.5 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 25 yards. New York improved to 3-8. A 31-19 road victory at Washington. Giants rushed for 91 yards on 19 carries. They allowed 174 yards rushing to the Commanders with 230 passing yards on 45 attempts. New York had a +6 turnover margin. Tommy DeVito, 18 of 26 passes for 246 yards with 3 touchdowns. He averaged 9.5 yards per pass attempt. New England has lost 4 of 5 on the road, averaging 11.5 points a game. At home, the Giants' defense giving up just 267 yards a game. Their defense was competitive against the Jets and Commanders, and those have been their 2 most recent home games. Play here, New York Giants, +4. Browns and Broncos, NFL pick this one here on Sunday. Cleveland starters are healthy on offense. On defensive corner is out, and linebacker here as well as safety are questionable. Denver offensive starters are healthy with the safety on defense questionable. Cleveland improved to 7-3 with a 13-10 home victory to Pittsburgh. The Browns rushed for 96 yards on 29 carries. They allowed 172 yards rushing to the Steelers with 77 yards passing on 28 attempts. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, 24 of 43 passing for 165 yards and an interception. He averaged 3.8 yards per pass attempt. Denver's 5-5 with their 21-20 home victory in Minnesota. Broncos rushed for 46 yards on 15 carries. They allowed 175 yards rushing to the Gophers, to the Vikings, I should say, with 210 yards passing on 32 attempts. Denver had a +3 turnover margin. Russell Wilson, 27 of 35 passing for 259 yards and a touchdown. It's just tough to trust this. I like Dorian Thompson-Robinson, but this road game here in Denver, dealing with also high elevation, Cleveland defense on the road is giving up 30 points a game. Broncos have won 4 straight behind good defensive play. Play here, Denver, -1. Rams and Cardinals, NFL pick this one here on Sunday. Los Angeles starters on offense are healthy. On defensive, safety is out. Arizona receiver Marquise Brown is questionable, and the receiver Michael Wilson is out. On defensive, defensive end and corner are out. On defensive, defensive tackle and safety questionable. Los Angeles improved to 4-6 with their 17-6 home victory to Seattle. Rams rushed for 82 yards on 27 carries. They allowed 3.2 yards per rush to the Seahawks with 223 yards passing on 40 attempts. Matthew Stafford, 17 of 31 passing for 190 yards with a touchdown and interception. He averaged 6.1 yards per pass attempt. Arizona fell to 2-9 after their 21-16 road defeat to Houston. Cardinals rushed for 123 yards on 25 carries. They allowed 111 yards rushing to the Texans with 308 yards passing on 38 attempts. Kyler Murray, 20 of 30 passing for 214 yards with a touchdown and interception. He averaged 7.1 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 51 yards and a touchdown. Los Angeles offense in their past 3 games averaging 13 points and 244 yards a game. At home, the Cardinals put up 25 points and 345 yards per game. The Rams have failed to cover 4 straight. Arizona has covered both games with Murray back at quarterback. The play here will be Arizona plus the 2.5. The Chiefs and Raiders NFL pick this one here on Sunday. Kansas City starters on offense and defense are healthy. Las Vegas left tackle is questionable. On defensive end is doubtful with linebacker and safety questionable. Kansas City fell to 7-3 with their 21-17 home defeat to Philadelphia. Chiefs rushed for 168 yards on 38 carries. They allowed 114 yards rushing to the Eagles with 124 yards passing on 22 attempts. Patrick Mahomes, 24 of 43 passing for 177 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged a season low 4.1 yards per pass attempt. Las Vegas drops to 5-6, a 20-13 road loss at Miami. Raiders rushed for 36 yards on 16 carries. They held the Dolphins to 3.7 yards per rush with 323 yards passing on 39 attempts. Each team committed 3 turnovers. Aiden O'Connell, 24 of 41 passing for 271 yards with a touchdown and 3 interceptions. He averaged 6.6 yards per pass attempt. Kansas City defensively in good form as in their past 3 games, allowing 256 yards a game. The Raiders defense allowing 4.5 yards a carry and 68% completion rate. Las Vegas running for only 3.3 yards a carry. Play here Kansas City here at -9. Bills and Eagles, NFL pick this one here on Sunday. Buffalo starters on offense and defense are healthy. Philadelphia tight end Dallas Goedert is out, and their defensive starters are healthy. Buffalo improved to 6-5 with their 32-6 home victory in New York Jets. Bills rushed for 130 yards on 38 carries. They held the Jets to 63 yards rushing with 92 passing yards on 30 attempts. Buffalo had a +3 turnover margin. Josh Allen, 20-32 passing for 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. He averaged 8.6 yards per pass attempt. Philadelphia 9-1 with their 21-17 road win at Kansas City. Eagles rushed for 114 yards on 27 carries. They allowed 168 yards rushing to the Chiefs with 168 passing yards on 43 attempts. Jalen Hurts, 14-22 passing for 150 yards and an interception. He averaged 6.8 yards per pass attempt. Buffalo's defense in their past 3 games holding teams to just 284 yards a game. Past 3 games, Eagles defense allowing 405 yards a game. It's just a tough spot for Philadelphia having to travel home after a Monday night game at Kansas City. Play here will be Buffalo +3. Ravens and Chargers, NFL pick this one here on Sunday night. Baltimore receivers Zay Flowers and Noah Beckham Jr. are questionable, as is their left tackle. On defensive corner is questionable. Los Angeles receivers Jalen Guyton and tight end Jared Everett questionable. Their defensive starters are healthy. Baltimore 8-3 after a 34-20 home victory at Cincinnati. Ravens posted 157 yards rushing on 31 carries. They allowed 136 yards rushing to the Bengals with 136 yards passing on 31 attempts. Lamar Jackson, 16-26 passes for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns. Boy, there's big plays there. He averaged 10.2 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 54 yards. Jackson told me that his ankle isn't bothering him despite limping during that game. Los Angeles fell to 4-6, a 23-20 road win at Green Bay. A road defeat at Green Bay, I should say. Chargers rushed for 150 yards on 24 carries. They allowed 203 yards rushing to the Packers with 295 yards passing on 40 attempts. Justin Herbert, 21-36 passing for 260 yards with 2 touchdowns. Receiver drops were costly for the Chargers in defeat. Los Angeles, 31st ranked defense in the NFL. A very poor pass defense that allows big plays. The Ravens are rushing for 4.8 yards a carry, which will create big plays downfield in the passing game. They do get accurate quarterback play, efficient in the passing game. In a recent road game, though, the Ravens did allow 24 to Arizona. Baltimore has gone over in 4 or 5. At home, the Chargers are putting up over 28 points and 356 yards a game, but allowing 394 yards. Play here, Baltimore and Los Angeles over 48. All right, that was our NFL Pick Show here for Sunday. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free NFL picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would, support our channel with a like, a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com, for our best plays. Our premium picks are there. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 20% off. And remember, Tony'sPicks.com is brought to you by the Rhythm app. Great custom sports betting models right now with that Rhythm app, and save a lot of time in your handicapping. Claim your 14-day free trial when you download the app over at the Apple, Android, and Google Store. All right, we'll have free picks throughout Sunday's games. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys later.